Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mary Jo. Thanks so much for watching and for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps my channel to grow and to help me keep doing these videos for you. And thank you to everyone who's been booking readings too. I really appreciate it and I like connecting with you too. This is our Aquarius solar return, so happy solar return, Aquarius. Happy birthday, Aquarius, 2018. And this is going to cover our January 19th, 20th, depending every year or two, it could be different, but January 19th this year, 2018. And it'll cover into next year, okay, till your next solar return. But typically, our Aquarians are from January 19th or 20th to February 19th. And here comes Ash. Okay, I'm sorry if he shakes the camera. So let's start with our video. What I've been doing this year for the solar returns is I'm pulling in the tarot cards, the cards that represent each sign. There's always one court card that represents you, two of the major arcana that represent you. They're the big secrets, things that your soul is pushing the ego to grow and mature. And then there are three of the minor arcana that would represent you. Now the three are one for each of the 10 days in the sign, the decanates, deca, Greek, so it's 10. So each one will be for each of the 10 days. So for you, and anyone who's Aquarian centric, okay, this is going to be your sun, your ascendant, your moon. Maybe you have a lot of planets in Aquarius, excuse me, your north node in Aquarius. Now, right now, we have the North Node in Leo and the South Node in Aquarius. So that is your polarity. But also, we talk about cusp babies, you know? People that are born on the cusp of Aquarius. So for you, your court card is the King of Swords. Alrighty, now the King of Swords is an air sign, and he's typically representing any of the air signs, like our Gemini and Libra and Aquarians. But in the tarot, the King of Swords would represent the third decan of Capricorn and the first two of Aquarius. Excuse me. Now for our court cards, we go into the majors. The major arcana, the Fool, that is one of your majors. Now the Fool doesn't mean that we're fools. What it is each and every one of us are represented by the Fool in the tarot. This is the beginning of the journey, like you've just jumped in. When your soul has jumped in from the void, you're fresh, you're beginning. You don't remember anything from the past. Everything that you knew in your past lives, you have forgotten. The Fool does represent choices, infinite possibilities, because it's a zero, right? When you add zero to any number, it makes it exponentially greater. So this is newness, whether it's love, a career, your job, your health, your relationships, your home. It's like you went back to zero. You're starting all over again. But it talks about exercising caution, you know, to choose wisely. Trust that little voice, okay? Enjoy the world. And whatever you can be is wrapped up inside of you. So that's each and every one of us on our journey in the tarot. Then we have the star. Now the star represents Aquarius in the tarot. And with the star, it's about your dreams being fulfilled, but this represents the physical and spiritual beings that is represented in humanity as individuals, fulfilling the soul as well as the physical experience. It talks about patience and help is coming, improved health, dreams being fulfilled, healing your heart, hope, business, money. It's inspiration and spiritual renewal. Great love will be given and received, a great marriage, relationships, and that it's your wishes coming true. Because with this card, with the star, it's like you're always wishing on your star. What do you want to bring into form? Okay? Then with our minor arcana, we have the 5, the 6, and the 7 of swords. Now the 5 of swords in the tarot, I know they look bleak, but you know, there's shadow and light in everything. 5 is that number of uncertainty. It could go either way. And the card does look bleak in this deck, but it is subject to interpretation of the cards next to it as well. But this would represent our January 20th to 29th babies, our Aquarians born at this time. that would be Venus in Aquarius. The Six of Swords, this would be January 30th to February 8th. It would represent Mercury in Aquarius. Now, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. It's the mental realm in an air sign. So there's a lot of thought and logic going on in that person's brain. But like I said, it's fused with your other energies of your other planets. So not all Aquarian sun signs are the same. You know, you're as individual as your fingerprint. You know, you're a multifaceted gem, unique to this world. So each and every Aquarian could be very, very different or have some similarities. Then we have the Seven of Swords. Now that is February 9th through the 18th, the moon in Aquarius. Now this is more about emotions being involved with the mental realm as well too. But just to give you a brief overview, so if these cards pop up sometimes in your readings, you'll say, well, they're speaking directly to me, or at least a decan in an Aquarian energy that maybe is influencing you right now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and shift this over without knocking everything over. Here we go. Okay, and let's get on to our reading. And what I'm doing with the readings is I'm doing every 2 months is a card. So it would represent the whole year for you. But a little bit about Aquarius in case you didn't watch last year's solar return. We know that it usually starts January 20th to February 18th. It's a masculine air fixed sign. Now by masculine they mean that you're more driven, you're more idealistic, you're more of a generator, a doer, you know, it's more about action and asserting yourself, okay? That's what they mean by masculine. And when they say that you're an air sign, you know that it represents the swords, it represents the air sign, it's more the mental realm. And that it's a fixed sign, meaning, you know, once you make up your mind, typically you kind of stay there. You're not easily swayed in your thought processes once you've made a decision. Again, not every Aquarian is like that. It will vacillate because even if you're Aquarian sun sign, but you have more planets in water signs, that's going to influence your energy right there and your essence. Okay, and now your ruling planet is Uranus. It's the ancient Greek sky god, the first ruler of the universe. And your symbol is the water bearer. Now, that's why people get confused and say, oh, Aquarius is a water sign. It's not. Those wavy lines, they're not watery lines. They're wavy lines like electrical magnetic waves, like radar, sonar, you know, because it's electric. That is what Uranus represents. And its symbol, the glyph for a Uranus, looks like a satellite. So this is your genius. Things coming from other realms coming into form or into the mental vessel of the body, okay? But the water bearer was used for dispensing gifts that flows freely and equally to all, representing creation and the giver of life. And in the pictograph, the glyph, it actually, like I said, it is motion of electricity. And also the ankles, which is the anatomy of the Aquarians that it rules. So you're more subject to injuries and problems or medical health issues with your ankles, since that's the part of the body that you rule. Your keyword is I know. And if anybody knows Aquarians, everything with them is I know. I know. It's funny how some of us relate. I see, many Sagittarians say, right? And your polarity is Leo. So that means it's the opposite in the zodiac. It doesn't mean they're opposition to you, like they want to fight you. It's just your equal and opposite balance energy. Okay, so that would be Leo, and Leo is more about the heart of the matter. It's more of how you shine, how you create and what you create and share with the world. Where Aquarius is the sign of hopes and dreams, friends, wishes, you know, it rules the 11th house. The natives are very idealistic and humanitarians, and you look at the larger issues in life, like worldwide. Uranus is an outer planet, it's worldwide. But when you look at the opposite sign, which Leo is more about pleasure, affection, you know, love affairs, it's more toward themselves and making themselves happy. And sometimes can be a little dominant too. All right, So that's just a brief overview about the Aquarians, but I guess you know that too. A lot of you know a lot of what you are. But I wanted to talk about too the cusps. We have our cusp babies, people that are born like January 19th. Like I have a cousin who's born that day. So you're a Capricornius, they call it. You're part Capricorn Aquarius. You have a lot of Aquarian tendencies. Maybe you have more deep thoughts, person, you possess a lot of insight and vision, but you're very generous and fun-loving. You know, you're looking for a good life. Then people born on the cusp of Aquarius, like the 20th of January on, you have the same Aquarian with Capricorn tendencies, that you might be a very quick-minded and versatile person. And you can handle a lot of different projects at one time. Very responsible. All right, but when we look at also here with the decanates, when I was talking about these cards, okay, the first 10 days, which is the 20th through the 29th, this keyword is knowledge, and your constellation is Delphinus, the dolphin, ancient savior of the shipwrecked. The dolphin symbolizes spirituality, and your sub-ruler is still Uranus, even though your ruler is Uranus. Okay? The second decanate, which is the next 10 days, would be January 30th through February 8th. Your keyword is frankness, and your constellation is Pisces, Austranius, the southern fish. I was going to say Pisces or Pisces. In Italian, it's pesce, this fish, so it's similar. Fish that symbolize knowledge and fertility of the mind. The fish drinks from the fountain of wisdom, and your sub-ruler is Mercury. The third decan of the third 10 days here, your keyword for February 9th through February 18th is association. In the constellation Aquarius, the little horse, brother of Pegasus. The little horse symbolizes loyalty and the harnessing of strength. And your sub-ruler is Venus. So I hope that gives you a little insight into our Aquarian-centric viewers. Okay, now let's start your reading. Look at the first card that we get for you. This is amazing. This is one of your cards. This is the star, and we were saying that here. That's one of your major arcana. How different the symbolism in the decks are very different, so you interpret them differently. But we know, as I said before with the star, this is going to be a time of healing for you the first couple of months of your solar return and birthday months. Maybe some things that have been going on from the last year are coming to a culmination or have ended, but you kind of had that like shipwrecked feeling from it or train wrecked feeling. So this would be a nice cleansing and purging and healing for you. It's like you're refreshing yourself. You see how she has 1 foot in spirit and 1 foot in the material plane? The water is your emotions, the earth is your grounding. And as she's taking the water from the pool, she's also feeding the earth with it. It's that cycle, so that the water feeds the earth, grows things so that we may live, and then it starts that whole cycle all over, and it goes back in through the earth into the pools of water. But it's talking about replenishing you. This is you replenishing your soul. This is fulfilling yourself, the waters of life and the cycles of life in motion, always. And having hopes, wishes, and dreams, which is the 11th house that Aquarius rules. What are you wishing for? Maybe you think it's something impossible. How am I going to do this? As we said before, help is on the way. It is a doable situation, whatever's going on with your life. But it's going to take some time. Help is there in spirit, okay? But we want you to renew yourself right now spiritually. You can't always be in the mental realm or physical or emotional or spiritual. You have to find balance. But this could say that you are out of touch spiritually right now, and you need to reconnect on the soul level. Ego maybe needs to be purged, okay? And the soul is offering up the ego for cleansing and purging. So in these first couple of months of your birth year, look for some healing. Do some meditation. Maybe you could take some nice salt baths and imagine all the negativity that's in your body draining out of you. And as you unplug the tub, it goes all the way down the drain, and all that negativity goes to Mother Earth to take it, to turn it into something beautiful and positive. You know, if you don't like to take bubble baths or salt baths, maybe you like to go out and walk in the woods or by the shore or the lake. Maybe you like to get on your bike and ride, or some people like hang gliding. Whatever it is that you do that helps you to get to that place of solemnity and some peace, okay, is going to help you right now with healing. Laughter, they're saying, is also wonderful for you, but it is time for you to take some downtime and replenish yourself these first 2 months. And they're saying too, if you really want this, whatever this is in your life that you're wishing for right now, stick with it and just keep putting your intentions out. Instead of being in panic, wondering it's not coming yet, because the universe is going to respond to that mixed message and give you more of that panic. Just put it out there to the catalog of the universe and know like you know it's coming to you. Busy yourself with something else and be distracted while this healing is going on and this miracle is happening for you. Because you know, it's like if you don't really keep wishing on that star, how much did you want it in the first place? And some of you are saying, well, Mary Jo, I've been waiting a really long time. Well, you know, I always tell even my older daughter, a 5-year plan could take 7 to 10 years. You're distracted by life, okay? And the universe is getting mixed messages. If you want this, put the love into whatever this is for you. And just know that it's going to come. Okay, in the meantime, you busy yourself with cleansing yourself. Your chakras, your auras, your prana, you know, stay grounded. And then in the following 2 months, I'm liking this because the last word I said was grounded. Okay, this is like the queen of groundedness, all right? This is our Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone who's had a successful venture. So whatever this was, it came to closure. It was fruitful for you. You have a handle on this now. To me, it's not just health and wealth. Yes, it could be a successful venture in money, a business, a career. It's also material things. So whatever you were stressing over or fetching about, that's coming into play with you. You got your hand on it. Or that you have a handle on being grounded right now. And you know, like the little bunny rabbit there, is fertility. Things are going to start to reproduce and things will start to grow. This queen is very comfortable in her surroundings. She has estates, she has money, fine clothing. She's very comfortable. She's on solid foundation in her throne. So it could also mean for a lot of you that this, whatever this was going on, since this is a general reading, has come to success for you and you're reaping the benefits of it and you're feeling very content with this venture. Let's see what else. Okay, and they're saying also, all right, and yes, the queens are all about breathing life into the king's ideas. The queens are emotions, all right? So that's water. But this queen is earth. So we're talking about your emotions are grounded. And if you're not in that place, try and remember this card and saying what's going to help me with getting these things that I'm wishing for is that I need to ground my emotions. I've got to get myself in check. A lot of Aquarians are very much in their head, very logical, you know, methodical. This could be a period that you've got a feeling uncomfortable, especially Aquarians and the air signs don't like feeling uncomfortable mentally or emotionally. But you know, like I always say, once you trust your heart and give in to your heart, and the heart is satisfied, only then and then only will your mind be at peace. Get yourself grounded to Gaia. Stabilize your emotions. Do what you can to, like I say, meditate. Go to that place that gives you, you know, that feeling of relaxation. Because, and any distraction will also help you with this here for healing and manifesting what you want. Then we have the World. What a great card. You know, whereas the Fool is us as we begin the journey, the World is the culmination of the cycle on our journey. So this is completion. It's success. All your desires are achieved. Praise and rewards, accomplished journey, perfection, wholeness. Whether it's with school, a job, a career, marriage, your health, having a baby, graduating, getting that PhD, the corner office. It's yours for the taking, the World. Sometimes it could also mean a nice long trip or travel, which I was just saying here, doing something to distract you. Travel is a wonderful thing. But so in these 2 months here that you'll be feeling, you have January, February, March, April, May, June, you feel like you're dancing on top of the world. You feel like you've gotten out of that cycle. That phase is over, that funk is gone, and now you can relish in the enjoyment of it, okay? And know that you've succeeded. You're very successful with this. Now, the World is Saturn, I have to tell you. Saturn has shifted into Capricorn since December 19th and will be there for about 2.5 to 3 years. So if you have Saturn in your natal chart in Capricorn, you are in one of your Saturn returns as well. So it's your first or second Saturn return, 28 to 30 years, 58 to 60 years, and then 84 years to 86 years. So this is talking about bringing into form, into the third dimension, that which you have desired, that you have worked very hard for. This queen truly does work very hard, and her pleasure is getting things in life to share with others, very much in service to others. But with Saturn in Capricorn, it is about how the outer world sees you, your strengths in the outer world, your career, your machismo, your reputation. So this is a period of also having been praised, accolades, rewards, people seeing you and congratulating you for a job well done. And it doesn't have to be something major in life like an item you've been working toward, like I say, a marriage. It could also be self-gratification that you've reached this place in your life, that you love yourself, accepting yourself for the light and the dark. That's huge. People poo-poo on that. If you don't love yourself, how the hell is anyone else going to love you? If you don't like being alone with yourself and hanging with yourself, how is anyone else going to want to? So that's very important too. So for some of us, maybe we'll get to that point in that time in May and June that you start to feel like I'm there. That cycle has ended in my life. I'm done with that, because Saturn runs in 7-year cycles, from 1 to 7, 8 to 14, 15 to 21, and then 22 to 28. That's the first Saturn return. And then it would be 7-year cycles after that for the next Saturn return and the next. So this is that time that you're going to review all the karmic lessons you went through in each of those 7-year phases. And with Aquarius as your opposition, it's about releasing with calm. Especially, Leo North Node is your dharma right now, what you're reaching toward. And with Aquarius, it's releasing with calm. It's your karma. So for a lot of you, it could even be that evolution we were talking about that we started out with in your soul's journey. There's some maturation in the soul, and it is pleased. Okay. Now the Five of Swords, I know, it looks bleak. But let's just put it out there, so it's like surfing, I could tell you the waves are bitching, you jump right in, or you stay on the shore, or I could tell you don't go in there, you're going to wipe out, and you go in anyway and wipe out, but it's your decision, So this is just saying there's uncertainty about something going on in your life at this time. So you're looking out for someone's like wronged you or robbed you, or even you could have done this to someone. Like someone stole something from you. Like you see here, he's taken all the swords. And these two people are walking away with their back to him. But this person doesn't have like a very smug look on their face. It's not like they feel good about what they've done. So there could be a miscommunication going on with friends, family, something going on that you feel they lied, cheated, or gossiped. Suspicion, doubt, that's this card too. It is the uncertainty in a person, place, or thing. Again, at the end of the day, what was won and what was lost? You'll see that this person really is not gloating in the win. It's like, you win the battle, lose the war. Wait for this to clear. You see how these clouds are all like sharp, like a razor's edge, like a sword, jagged, and the way they're angled, it doesn't look natural for whatever natural would be an organic in cloud formation. I know they're varied, but you have this water here, so some emotions are going on there, and this mountains in the back, like it's tough to climb. You've got something you have to straighten out. There's a solid foundation here, though. I'm looking at this, it's like the concrete. So it could be that someone that you had a relationship with, or a situation or thing that you felt you had a solid foundation with this person, place, or thing. And now you find out it wasn't what it seemed. So you're questioning it. And that's what it is about questioning. Because this is Venus in Aquarius. It could be a love relationship, like somebody you think they cheated on you or lied to you, or there's something going on. Wait for things to clear. Be open-minded and logical, very much Aquarian energy, and don't get stuck in your head. thinking the worst and manifesting the worst, okay? But at the end of it, like I said, it could just be, I couldn't say just, it could be that someone did make a valid error, and it's up to you to forgive them. Or if you did this, it's up to them to forgive you, because you see the people are hurt there. And this person's not feeling that good about it. You know, they've got a couple of the swords here, 3 of them. There's 2 on the floor. It's not like they went to take everything from you. Maybe they thought it was a good idea at the time, and whatever they did turned out to be something that wasn't really the right thing to do. I don't like to say the right thing, the best thing to do. And they're going to see it too. So there could be a time here that you have to wait to clear the air with this person and get things straightened out. Oh boy, look at this card. All right, let's just go for it. So where the 5 is, you're not certain about what's going on and how the person is handling this and what they did. Well, I'm going to tell you with the 7, they have no remorse for what they did. See, like they took the swords and looking back at what other spoils they can take. So the energy here, it looks like it's progressing. Like you might have been doubtful, but here you're certain with that 7 energy. You know, this is things coming to ground like in a lightning bolt. And also the time period for this card, wow, is the moon in Aquarius, February 9th to the 18th. So this could even go into next year before your birthday culminates, you know, for the next January or so. It could be that it plays itself out for you then. Now, whether this is you who did the taking, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, whatever underhanded or not so very nice thing, hey, we're human, that you did, and maybe you weren't sure that you did the right thing, or this person did this to you and you're not sure. Here it's clear. It's out in the open. Everyone sees it for what it is. Everyone sees the situation, person, thing play itself out. And yes, it was underhanded and a wrongdoing, and they were very sneaky about it. So that will come into play too. It'll be clear for you at the time. And when we say the moon in Aquarius, we know emotionally it is going to be something that's upsetting to you. You feel bereft about it. So this person, place, or situation, or whatever happened, the news that you found out, you're very upset about it emotionally. And you might even go through a process there of suffering loss or grieving over the situation. You know, if it was someone that you loved and they lied to you, cheated, whether it's family, siblings, friends, your lover, it doesn't matter. Pain is pain, especially in the heart. So I'm sorry to give you that kind of information, but we must take the bitter with the sweet. And as we see here with the 6 of Swords, I like this because you're moving out of the situation with calm. Yes, there is some rippling going on here in the water as Spirit is helping to glide you along. You'll go through the healing, but look at the calm waters ahead of you. And all the swords are the trials and tribulations. Look, we have 5, 7, and 6. Right? These are your 3 cards, 5, 6, and 7. So this card is January 30th to February 8th. Mercury in Aquarius, the clear-headed, logical thinking, moving forward, taking a short trip or a jaunt to clear the air, clear your mind, and know that all the suspicion, doubt, fear, worry, grief, heartache, pain that was sinking your ship, okay, because it really is going to sink your ship if you keep that up, is everything that you went through to grow from the experience. You were never alone. Like I said, Spirit's always there to guide you. And for some of you, there will be a child involved. Maybe you're going through separation, divorce, or you found out, you know, the mother of your child or the father of your child, even if you're not married, there was an indiscretion there, and you're moving forward, and you have this situation with this child, or it could even represent something else near and dear to you that you'll be taking along with you. But this is going into calm waters, and they're saying go with the flow, because this 6 is the number of balance. And with Mercury, like I said, it is the logical, clear-headed mind, the mental realm, but it does involve local travel, transportation, the way you're communicating. So just know that everything that happened here was what you needed to experience, because maybe you weren't willing to make the change yourself. This was the crescendo of the situation. It was the impetus of change, the catalyst, because you weren't going to move on and do it. Maybe in your heart or even in your mind, you knew this wasn't the best thing for you, person, place, or thing. But in fear, we don't let go. And these things happen when destiny, fate, the story unfolds that you wrote that you don't remember, okay, is taking place for your soul to grow. And believe me, you're heading into some really beautiful calm waters, taking this experience with you as knowledge. And you're not going to let this happen to you again, because now you're wiser, you're sharper, you're mentally clear, and your heart is at peace. Okay, you're calm now. You're in a calm place emotionally. And you know you're not alone in this situation, whether it's spirit or someone in form, in reality. Family, friends, loved ones, besties, there for you to help you, guide you through the next chapter of your life. Now, I know it sounds bleak, these last 6 months here. Now, this is a general reading. It doesn't mean for everyone. But keep it in mind, because this could even be you doing this to someone. Or it could be as these things are happening to you, remember the reading and see how you can navigate it maybe as a challenge instead of a conflict, as a trial instead of a tribulation. And that you know that out of all this, you're going to grow bigger, better, stronger, and be ready for whatever else is coming to you that is best for you for a time. So, happy, happy birthday. Happy solar return Aquarian-centric people. I hope you do have a beautiful, beautiful birthday whenever you celebrate. Thank you again for watching, and please subscribe. And if you have friends and family that are interested in the tarot, please tell them to watch the videos. They're free, and maybe they can give you some help, guidance, and peace. As always, I wish you the best.